Well, the voting that is underway in the United States to elect the 47th president, and most predict a cliffhanger between the Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump and Kamala Harris from the Democratic Party. With all eyes that are now planted firmly on the presidential elections, the White House will have a new chief in the next few hours. As we are getting a clearer picture in some time from now, let's give you a proper background on how these elections take place in the United States of America. Americans do not directly vote for their president. Instead, they vote to determine the composition of the Electoral College, which thereafter elects the president. There are 538 electors in the Electoral College. 270 is the majority mark. Now, each state is allocated a specific number of electors. A vote which is cast in favor of a certain candidate meant to elect the candidate state of electors in a state. Now, these electors are chosen by the parties before the elections. Most states, except Maine and Nebraska, follow a winner-takes-all system rule. Here, whoever wins the popular mandate in the state secures its entire allocation in the Electoral College. So if the candidate gets over 50% of the votes in the state, he or she would get all of the votes allocated to that state. So Malvika, very different as the system here in India is concerned. Of course, when it comes to choosing the Prime Minister of the country is very different from choosing or electing when it comes to the President of the United States. That means there are certain states where the race is particularly close to outsize when it comes to the importance in this election.
That's right. So as you were mentioning, in the US, there is a system where there is something known as the popular vote and something known as the Electoral College vote. And there have been instances such as the Hillary Clinton versus Trump campaign, and even before that, where candidates have won the popular vote, but they have still not been chosen as the president of the US because of the Electoral College that you were referring to. And that is why the swing state of Pennsylvania becomes so important, because amongst the 7 swing states where the voters are typically undecided and they might vote in favor of the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, each year it varies. The state of Pennsylvania has 9 electoral college states, a maximum number amongst the swing states, and that's why you've seen both Trump and Kamala Harris aggressively campaigning in the state of Pennsylvania.
All right.